You look like you're naked.
I know, this happened last time me and Rochelle were on a call together. I swear I'm wearing a dress. I'm going to be able to be careful if I post this video, like, because I always post it to YouTube so I can share it with you guys, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, Danielle, the naked consultant. Naked.
Only in Arbonne. Only in Arbonne, yep. That's fine.
Did you see Stuart Armfield's Instagram post with the two girls and it looks like they're naked?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, there's Karen. Hi, Karen. Long time no talk. Me and Karen just got off the phone, so she gets a lot of my voice today. Okay, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get started. Usually what we like to do with our team calls is we do some gratitude stuff together, but I've just got a load of information that I want to share with you girls today, so we're just going to kind of skip over that part, and I'm just going to jump right into it, okay? And I'm going to be giving you all some great training, so I hope you've all got a notepad and a pen that you can take some notes with. I'm also going to record this afterwards, and I will post it to our group chat, so if you want to go back and review it, you can as well, okay? First and foremost, one thing, some of you know my story of how I got, well, all of you know my story of how I got involved with Arbonne. Some of you know some of my history more than others. But I've been doing a lot of personal growth lately. And, one thing that has really kind of come to mind since I've been doing this personal growth is a lot of my gratitude for a lot of you ladies in my life and for this business. But also just really being authentic and genuine and really kind of sharing that with people. And so I've actually redeveloped my why story a little bit, and I just wanted to share some parts of myself with you ladies that you may not know about, just because it's really kind of formed my journey and why I'm here and why I'm so grateful for this opportunity. So I won't go into too many gruesome details, but just to give you a little bit of a background of my life, I had a very, very rough upbringing. I was raised by a single mom who suffered with alcoholism most of her life. And so I had a very, very rocky upbringing. And in my teenage years, I was always sleeping at my friends' houses and on the couches and stuff like that. And there was a lot of ups and downs, and I got involved with a lot of the wrong crowds and stuff like that. And I was going down a lot of really bad paths. And, I suffered with a lot of things throughout my life, whether it be depression, anxiety, eating disorders, I was in a lot of really negative spaces for a lot of time in my life. And, what kind of happened is, I feel like because I did have, although my mom wasn't necessarily the strongest person, I did have supportive backgrounds in my family. And that really, helped me get to where I was, to a point where, I wasn't living on the streets and stuff like that, but I still had a lot of places to go. And when I started this business 3 years ago, I was a completely different person, and I was in a very, very negative mindset. I was in a very toxic relationship at the time. I think Noelle is actually the only one that knew me when I was in that relationship. And, it was just a very, very toxic time of my life. And this business came into my life, and I thought it was going to be something that was going to give me some extra money every month, but it changed my freaking life rapidly. And in so many different ways, not just in income and opportunity, but just me as a person, because it really opened up the door to personal growth. And because of that, I'm so grateful. And it kind of made me realize that there's so many other people out there that are probably like me, that probably don't need this business as much for the money and the opportunity as they need it for, the personal growth and the better person that you can become as a result of it. And this has just been something that's, kind of made me kind of spark a different view on this business lately. And so I really just wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to kind of reference back to that with some of my trainings today. So really the first thing that I really wanted to say at the beginning of this training, and something that I think I've taken for granted a little bit, this business is amazing because you're in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. And we are very fortunate part of the success line that we are a part of, because we are part of the most successful success line in Arbonne. And, we've got an incredible system to tap into. And that's something to be grateful for, but not everybody has that. And, the thing is that we are all independent consultants. That's what we are. And we've got this system that we can tap into.
Just get Rochelle. Sorry, Danielle. She's knocking.
Oh. I can see her walking. She's at the front door. That's awesome. Well, I'll wait until Rochelle comes back. She shouldn't have to miss out just because Rochelle's knocking on the door. Rochelle can't. That's hilarious. Um,
Yeah, excellent.
Computer. See the boat.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
she's here with me.
awesome. Okay. So yeah, again, we're independent consultants, and one of the biggest things that made me realize this is some of you saw the training from a good friend of mine, Holly Trevor, regional vice president, and she's a regional vice president over here in Australia. And when she got started with her business, her national vice president was back over in Canada. Did not have a system to follow. She didn't have a script. She didn't have a system. She didn't know what the hell she was doing. She literally built her business off of just going onto the source and the resource sites that Arbonne provides. And she built her business and she went region in 18 months. And so that is just a testament to the fact that, yes, we have this great system. We have all these things to tap into. But I just really want you to realize that you have all the tools that you need to be successful. Having an upline, having a system, having things to plug into is a bonus. Like, it's all a bonus. It's not something that you're entitled to. It's something that's an extra onto this business. And so I really just want to, with that, I really want to encourage you to start utilizing the resources that you have more, and know that you have all the tools that you need in order to be successful in this business, sorry. So here's some examples of the resources that you have available to you, okay? Number one is the Arbonne website. That Arbonne website is amazing, and if you haven't been on there playing around, I really encourage you to go on there and start playing around with it. On the website, there's a section that says My Resources, and when you click on that, there's an area that you can go to called The Source. The Source is our resource site, and they just actually revamped it. So if you haven't been on The Source in the last day or two, I encourage you to go on there, and one of the first things you can watch is a video that talks about the new Source and how it works. I watched it today. It's really cool. Just kind of broke it down into different sections. Another part of that My Resources that you can access on your website is the Arbonne University. So the Arbonne University is really great if you want to get a little bit more in depth with understanding about how things work on the computer, on the websites rather, sorry. But also it's got like specific product knowledge trainings and things like that. So that's a fantastic resource as well. So those are all things that are provided to you by Arbonne that every independent consultant gets when they start their business. Now, us, as part of our success line, we have the extra added. So we have our Facebook pages. So we have the Decided Heart Nation page, which is our direct nation, Lindsay, my upline. It's all of us. And then we've got the Starfishers page. So the Starfishers page is like all of the nation. So it's our national vice president and her national vice president and stuff like that. And a lot of times the information between the Decided Heart and the Starfishers is duplicated. But a lot of times there'll be stuff posted on Starfishers that won't be on Decided, or there'll be stuff on Decided that's not on Starfishers. If you had to pick one as your rule of thumb, I'd say Decided Heart. But the Starfishers is also a great site to post, questions and things like that you may have, because it is run by our national vice president, Kultaj Samani, and her national vice president, Tanith Gatens, who are both doctors and incredibly knowledgeable. So, if I have a question that I can't find out, I'll go look on the source, I'll ask Lindsay, and then if I don't get an answer there, I'll post it on Starfishers, so I encourage you to take those kind of same steps. Try to see if you can find the answer yourself. If you can't, ask me. If I don't know the answer, I'll either ask Lindsay or I'll be like, go post it on Starfishers, because they just give you loads of great information. But I also encourage you to check back to those pages, because you'll see other people post questions that you're like, oh, that's a good question. I wonder what the answer is. And then you go and you've got that answer there. Okay. And then finally, we've got a resource webpage that's called Tools from the Top. And this is something that is provided by our National Vice President, Tanith Gatens. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this one because I'm actually really excited. And Noelle has been helping me a lot with this. And we're going to be having a new website that we're going to be launching that's going to be specifically to us. And it's something that I've been working on with Noelle. And Rochelle has been giving me some great ideas recently as well. And basically what I want it to be is I just want it to be an area where everybody can go to, that they can access all the information that you need. So there'll be an area for all your scripts, your client profile sheets, your before and afters, things like that, and just make it so simplistic, because this business is simple. It is so freaking simple. It's painful how simple it is. And it's painful how much we can overcomplicate it sometimes. And I've overcomplicated it so many times, so many times. So what I really want to just kind of drill into your head moving forward is just to really just realize how simple this system is and don't overcomplicate it and just follow the simple steps. And if you need clarification or if you're unsure about something, ask me, you know? And if you're feeling like you're starting to feel overwhelmed, and that can happen when you have a lot of information being thrown at you, just ask me, like, you know what, hey Dee, what's my priorities? Like, what should I be focusing on? And I'll remind you. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So just know that, and from this point forward, I just want you to move forward with the mentality that the system is very simple. We use people we love. We recommend them to people because we love them. And we earn an income on that based off of referral fee. Somebody else wants to do the same thing that we're doing, we show them. That's it. That is what we do. That is simply what we do. And we, like I said, we just overcomplicate it too much. Okay, so now I want to talk about our system. So I really just want to like break this down into point form for you. What is our system? What do we follow? Okay, so this is based off of anybody that's working, you know, their 10 to 15 hours a week. And based off of, you know, all of you have sat at a biz chat before, so you know the kind of standard outlines, you know, district manager, 2 to 3, area manager, 6 to 12 months, regional vice president, a year and a half to 3 years, and nation 3 to 5 years. Okay, so this is based off to 10 to 15 hours. If you're somebody who's doing a little less than that, then you can just divide all of this information I'm giving you in half. Okay, so our system is to get in front of 40 new faces a month. Okay. And we do that by having presentations, workshops, one-on-one, things like that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to break that down per week, okay, just to make it really simple. So if you're doing 40 faces per month, that's 10 faces per week, okay? So that's 2 parties a week. So if you do 2 parties with 4 people at each party, some will be more, some will be less, that's 8 people, okay? You want to do 2 biz chats a week, okay? 2 biz chats. Those people might be some of the same people from the parties, but still, it's another 2 faces, okay? And 2 one-on-ones per week. And a one-on-one is where you're getting together with somebody just on a one-on-one for an hour, and you're going over some stuff, whether that be that you're doing a one-on-one of the RE9 with them, or you're trying some nutrition samples, or maybe you're doing a makeup consultation. That's just when you're sitting down with somebody one-on-one. Okay? So that's another 2 people. So out of those numbers, that's getting in front of 12 people. Okay, and just to break down the hours for you, if you're doing 2 parties a week at 3 hours each, that's 6 hours. 2 biz chats at an hour each, that's 2 hours. 2 one-on-ones at an hour each, that's 2 hours. Okay, so based off of that, you're up to 10 hours. Okay, and then you want to do approximately anywhere from 2 to 5 hours of administrative work per week. Okay, so when I say administrative work, I mean putting orders in. I mean searching the source to find information out. Calling your hostesses to follow up with them. Calling people on your prospect list to book biz chat. Doing some personal growth. Listening to Learn and Burns. All that kind of stuff. That's your extras. And the beauty of that administrative stuff is that you can really work that around your day-to-day life. It's not something that you have to necessarily set time aside for if you don't want to. For example, I listen to audiobooks when I'm in the car. I enter orders in on the computer while I'm watching TV with my boyfriend. You know, like little things like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to set extra time aside. Okay. So that is really our system. That is how freaking simple it is. So what I want to encourage you to do when you get off of this call is go open up your planner or go open up your phone and look and say, okay, how many do I have booked this month? You know, and do math if you want to figure it out per month. 2 parties a week is 8 parties a month. You know, 2 biz chat, it's all 8 a month. Okay. So go open up your calendar and look at it and ask yourself, am I working? You know, have I scheduled my, how many hours of my Arbonne business am I actually putting in this? Another tip that has really, really worked well for me, because, you know, the beauty of this business is that you're in business for yourself, by yourself, not for, you know what I mean? You're in business for yourself. So you have the beauty of being able to set your own schedule, but that can be a great thing and it can be a negative thing at the same time, because you don't have a boss. I'm never going to call you and be like, oh, Noelle, you didn't do your 8 parties last month, you're fired. You know, that's never going to happen, because Obviously, I want to help you and I want to encourage you, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Your success and your failure is up to you. It's not my responsibility. I'm responsible for my success. If I fail, I don't call Lindsay and go, God, you let me fail. You know, that's not on her. That's on me. Just like your success is on you and your failure is on you as well. So, you know, sometimes having to be your own boss can be a bit of a challenge. And one thing that I have found that's worked really, really well for me is setting hours. So I set my Arbonne hours and I make sure that I'm working my 10 to 15 hours per week. So I'll look at my diary and I'll have, you know, my parties and blah, 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 and I'll figure it out and go, okay, so I need to do my administrative stuff, right? So I'll schedule in Monday from 6 to 7, Arbonne. Tuesday from 7 to 8, Arbonne. And so on and so forth. And what I'll do is I'll go lock myself in my office and I will be in my office for that hour or wherever you need to be. Go sit in your car, go sit at a cafe, whatever you need to do, you know, to kind of remove yourself and just work your Arbonne business within that time. And when the clock starts at 7, you're on. And when the clock hits 8, you're off, you know, and focus on kind of putting those strategies into play. And with that comes being present. So this is another thing that I really want you to take seriously, especially when you first start your business. You're thinking about Arbonne all the time. Like, I got this party, I got to get this. Oh my God, that prospect. Oh, I got to do this, blah, 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 blah. You're thinking about it all the time. So you feel like you're doing it all the time. But just because you're thinking about it all the time doesn't mean that you're doing it all the time. So you need to learn to be present. Schedule your Arbonne hours and be present for Arbonne in those times. And when you're not in those times, turn yourself off. When you're spending time with your family, be with your family. When you're working at your other job, work at your other job. When you're going to school, be at school. Don't answer your phone. You don't have to respond to people right away. I don't care if it's a client or a customer. You don't have to respond to them right away. You have 24 hours to respond to them, okay? So don't be reactive. Don't be reactive, and just make sure that you schedule those times and be very present in each moment. And if you do that and you're consistent with that, you will see your business grow exponentially. It's called the compound effect, okay? And the way that it works is that you do little things consistently over time and they amount to a way bigger things. That's what compound interest is. You know, we all know what the compound effect is and we've all seen it. It's the same thing with going to the gym, right? You start going to the gym and you go to the gym every day and you run on the treadmill for 45 minutes. Guess what? The first week, you're probably going to hate life. You're not going to be breathing properly. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this doesn't work. You know, and if everybody just gave up after that week, nobody would be fit. But you keep doing it and you keep doing it. Even though you're not seeing results right away, you know that they're going to come if you keep doing it. And by keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, eventually a month later, you're putting on your fat jeans or you're putting on your skinny jeans and you're like, oh my God, they're my fat jeans now. So you get fitting way better, you know? So it's the same kind of idea. It's just being consistent and committing to that and just kind of believing in the process. This isn't a business. You know, there's no business. When you're a business owner, I don't care if it's network marketing or anything else, you don't join a business and then boom, the next day you're a millionaire. It doesn't happen like that. It takes work. It takes consistent work. And you're going to consistently work towards something else anyways, whether it be another job or school or something like that. So why not apply those same principles to this business? Because this business will end up giving you a lot more in the long run, you know? I watched a great training the other day and she was talking about that. And she was like, the one that I shared with you guys. And she was talking about how, you know, in corporate Canada, you know, whether or not she did more or less, she got paid the same way. And what she learned from Arbonne, did more in Arbonne, she got paid more in Arbonne. You know, and that's something that is so true to my heart, because if I work my ass off, I get paid really well. If I don't work, I don't get paid. You know, so really it's a lot of freedom in there as well, but you just got to treat yourself like you got to treat this business like a business. Okay. What else is really important is plugging in. Okay, so plugging in, and by plugging in, I mean setting these team calls, which is fantastic. I'm so glad you're all on here. And we almost had all of us except Sarah, but that's okay. She's babysitting. It's plugging in, you know, into Facebook events, you know, communicating with people on our Facebook pages, communicating in our group chats. You know, like I said, it's a group chat so I can help you ladies. There's no point being a group chat if I'm the only one chatting. I talk enough, okay? I can talk to myself. So being plugged into those things and attending events. Anybody that was on the call or watched the call last week, you know, really about getting into, you know, plugging into events. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that as well. Okay, but just making sure that you're plugging in. Listen to a learn and burn every day. I listen to a learn and burn every day, and I listen to 15 minutes of my audio. And if you need recommendations for an audiobook or a book to read, let me know. Hundreds of them. Okay? So these are things that I just do consistently over time. Okay? You always want to be improving yourself. You always want to be working on becoming a better version of yourself. You know, as I said before, like, this business has given me so much. But what the biggest gift that it has given me was not even the fact that I get to live the best version of my life, but it gave me the belief that I deserved it. Because prior to this business, I didn't think I deserved something like this. And I didn't know that at the time, but looking back now, I realized that. And it wasn't parties that gave that to me. It wasn't people joining my business that gave that to me. It was the personal growth that this business encourages you to in that gave that to me. So if there's nothing else that you take from this call, invest in your personal growth. Okay. Hold on 1 second. My computer's being weird. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now I want to talk about a really great training that I just watched by somebody that Noelle mentioned previously, Stuart Armfield. I'm just going to turn my light on. Okay. Stuart Armfield. If you don't know Stuart Armfield, look Stuart Armfield up. He is freaking amazing. I love him. He's a regional vice president in the UK. He's like really feisty. He's super feisty, and he's just so much energy. His energy is contagious. I dare you to watch one of his videos or listen to one of his trainings and not be in a good mood afterwards. Like, it's just not possible. So I was actually listening to one of his trainings on the way home, and I was like, oh God, this would be amazing to share with the girls. So I'm going to share it with you. So his training was about how to be successful in network marketing. Okay. So the number one thing on the list, don't quit. Okay? Take quitting out of the equation. Commit to doing this business. Commit to your goals. Commit to your dreams, no matter what. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, success is not a straight line. It's like this. And it goes up and down and up and down. And I've had it, and Lindsay's had it, and Goldtage has had it, and I know some of you on this call have had it. Okay? It's not about your failures. It's not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get up. Okay? It's not your fallbacks. It's your comebacks that count in this business. So just know and take that. Take the option to quit right out of your head. Okay? Number 2, vision. Vision is so important in this business. It is so important in life, but it is so important in this business. And that's why one of the first things that we do when you start this business is get you to start working on your why story, about sharing with people about why you're doing this, you know, why you wanted to do this, what you want more out of your life. And that is why your vision is so, so important. You need to get crystal freaking clear about what it is that you want from your life and what it is that you feel you deserve in your life. And write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Read it every day. Get detailed. Go and sit down and like write a paragraph, write 10 pages if you have to, and write out. I want you to imagine, okay? Here's an exercise for you. Go and write out if you were writing, everything that you were writing would come true. Okay? And write out what you would want your perfect life to look like, what your life would look like. Okay? So for example, you could start off by saying, I am so excited. I just woke up in my beautiful home that is on the beach with the waves. I can hear the waves crashing, and it's amazing. And my lovely partner is making me breakfast in bed. I can smell the bacon, and I can hear our 2 kids running around the house. And I'm so excited to go outside and let the dogs out, and they're going to go run and play with the horses because I'm going to have a bunch of horses. And you know, and just get so detailed about that. Like, you can get down to the color of your freaking duvet if you want to, or the color of your house, or the color of your carpet, or the painting on your wall, you know, but get so detailed about what your life looks like and write it out and read it every day. Read it to the point, like, you want to get excited. Like, when you read it, you want to just like have like light just like streaming from your head because you're so freaking excited about it. That's what you want when you write that down. And I encourage you to do that. And I encourage you to read it when you wake up in the morning, halfway through the day, when you go to bed, whenever you're in a shitty mood, whatever, read it like at least 5 times a day and get yourself so, so excited. Live your life on purpose. Live it on purpose, because we get stuck into these routines all the time. You know, we get up, we brush our teeth, we shower, get in the car, go to work, go to school, get home, make dinner, watch TV, go to bed, boom. One of our 365 days of the year is gone. Okay? Start living your life on purpose, because this is your life, and it's only your life, and it's going to go by really quick. It's going to go by so stinking quick, and the time is going to pass anyways. You don't want to be one of those people in 3 years from now going, oh shit, I really wish I would have started 3 years ago. No, you start now. In 3 years, you can be living that beautiful life that you're writing about. Okay? And the next part of that is gratitude. Okay? So you want to focus on your future, and you want to focus on what you want, but you want to be grateful for where you are right now and everything that you have right now. Okay? You are miraculous human beings, not for the fact that you are, because I know you are, and you're amazing people, but just for the fact that you are living right now, and you are on a big rock in the sky that is hurling through the universe, and you're living. And there was a quote from a great book that I love, You Are a Badass, and she says that it's like the universe is screaming at us. Like, I literally make your main resource rain from the sky. Like, what more can I do to make you realize that you are incredible, and you are here, and you have the ability to live the best version of your life, you know? And so that's really where that gratitude comes in for. And when Stuart Armfield was doing the training, he was in musical art, theater arts, and you know, he talks about like rejection and stuff like that. But there was a point before he ever even started his business, he watched the movie The Secret. And he was like, okay, I got to find something to be grateful for. And he was at a point in his life where he couldn't find anything to be grateful for. So what he did, whenever he was walking to his auditions, every step he took, he was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And he was just thankful for his steps, because he couldn't find anything else to be thankful for at that point. You know, so if that's where you got to start, then that's where you got to start. But be thankful for everything that you have right now. And I have a gratitude journal. And every morning I wake up and I write 3 things that I'm grateful for, or before I go to bed, 3 things that I'm grateful for, and 3 things that I'm proud of myself for. Okay? And I encourage you to do that every day. You need to be your biggest cheerleader, because nobody is going to care more about you than you will care about yourself. They won't. Your partner loves you, your kids love you, your best friend loves you, but nobody is going to love you as much as you're going to love yourself. And if you're not going to be excited about your life, who's going to want to be around you? Right? You know, like why are people going to want to be a part of your life, whether it be for Arbonne or anything else? You know, you've got to be your biggest cheerleader. Okay? And also give yourself some gratitude about how far you've come. You know, maybe write some stuff out about your trials and your tribulations that you've gone through, and give yourself some freaking credit, because we are so hard on ourselves. You remember from your biz chat when you sat down and you had to name 5 things that you were proud of yourself for? Everybody on this call stumbled over that. I did. And it's because we're conditioned to focus on the negative and not to focus on the positive. So I want you to flip that, and I want you to start focusing on the gratitude, because you are all amazing people. You are, and you have so many things to be grateful for. And if you need a reminder one day, or you need a kick in the ass, message me. I'll tell you a couple things. I got no problem with that. Okay, the next one, number 4. Be a doer. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay? Anybody can say they're going to do something great. It takes balls to actually do it. Okay? As Betty White would say, it takes some little balls. God, when I talk sometimes, I just hear like Lindsay come through my voice. Anyways, so when you say that you're going to do something and you actually go out and you do it, you start building confidence. Okay, so it can be something as small as if you tell yourself that you're going to go to the gym 5 times a week, and you make that like no matter what, and you do it, you're going to start building that confidence. You're going to become a person of your word. And even if that's starting just by being a person of your word to yourself, then that's where you need to start. And then that will start to expand further out and further out and further out. Okay. And that is one of the biggest things, because this, like, I won't go into all the details, but the psychological shit that happens when you don't stick to what you say you're going to do just really messes up your whole flow. It really does. So I just want to encourage you to be doers, and just, if you say you're going to do something, just go out and do it, and just do it. And hold yourself accountable. That's part of the doer. Hold yourself accountable, you know, and that's where, you know, scheduling yourself comes into play. If you say you're going to work from 7 to 8, go lock yourself in somewhere, If you got to go sit in your car, go sit in your car. Make sure you have air conditioning if you're in Australia, because it's really hot here. And heat if you're in Canada. Total polar opposites right now. And commit to it and just do it. And hold yourself accountable. And if you need an accountability partner, then get an accountability partner. Message one of the girls on this group and say, hey, will you be my accountability partner? Let's both agree that we're going to do 2 hours of personal growth this week. I'll check in with you next Friday. Let's see how we go. You know, that's something great to do as well. We are a team, and I really want you guys, we're in so many different places. Even the ones here in Australia, we're in so many different places. So I want to encourage you to really get engaged with that group chat, message each other, like, come on, get your sisterhood going, because that's what we're here for. We're better together, okay? And you are all amazing in all different areas, and you're going to lift each other up, and you're going to teach each other things that I probably couldn't even teach you. And I know that because some of my best friends are my sister sidelines. You know, so people that are direct to Lindsay that don't have any benefit to me, and no matter what, like I talk to them all the time. I can tap into them all the time. They give me advice. They give me guidance. That's what this business is about. So I want to encourage you on that one as well. And last, but certainly not least, number 5, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. And the reason I say that is because we get really selfish sometimes, and we let our fear overtake us. And we let our fear make us not share this with other people. And what I mean by that is, if there is somebody out there that you want to talk to about this business, or you want to share these products with, and you haven't because you're scared, you're being selfish. And you're making it about you. And it's not about you. This is not about you. Your job is just to get people information. Your job is not to make anybody join this business, and your job is not to make anybody buy product. Your job is to share it with them. You are a hope dealer. Okay? That is your job description. You are a hope dealer. And by not sharing this with somebody else, you're being selfish. Imagine Lindsay had never shared this with me. Imagine she was selfish and was too scared to ask me to take a look at this business. I would not be the person I would probably be really depressed, and I'd be in a really shitty relationship, and I'd be really cold in Vancouver, no offense, Noelle. And, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today. And not only did she ask me, she stayed consistent, because if you don't know this, Lindsay asked me for 5 years. 5 years. She asked me to look at this freaking business. And I wasn't like no, I'm okay, thanks. I was like, get away from me with your pyramid scheme, please. Like, I was not nice about it. But she didn't give up on me, because she knew, A, that I deserved more, and B, that I would be incredible at this business, and C, that I would be able to help change a lot of people's lives. Okay, so I really want to encourage you not to be selfish. Do not make this about you, because it's not about you. Your job is just to ask the question, is just to give the information. That is it. Remove yourself, okay? Commit to the activity, surrender to the outcome. Okay, so that means commit to asking, but surrender to whatever they're going to say. Because whatever they're going to say, it's not about you. If somebody says no to this business, they are not saying no to you. They are saying no to Arbonne, and it is generally because they don't have enough information. Same regards with the products as well. Okay, but just remove yourself from it. When you're working your Arbonne business, Noelle and I were talking about this the other day. When you're working your Arbonne business, put your Arbonne hat on. You're an Arbonne consultant, and you're calling people, and you're talking to people, and you're Noelle Cruz, the Arbonne consultant, when you're doing it. And then you take it off, and you're Noelle Cruz, the regular person after that. Okay? So remember that. Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was it. That was the whole freaking training. And I wanted to go into a little bit more. Okay, I'm just going to throw this out there. Sarah's not on the call, so I want to encourage you guys to chat once Sarah's on the call. And Hannah, this is something that you can plug into as well. But I really want to work on us scheduling some events here in Australia. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to be working on number one, the website, the new website that I've been talking about. I'm hoping to get that to you ladies soon. Okay, so that'll be coming soon. Number two, I'm going to look at planning an online Discover that you can share with your prospects and things like that. It's going to be on Zoom like this, so they can plug into it, and we'll do a Discover Arbonne, which is where, if you haven't seen a Discover Arbonne, it's just where we go into a little bit more detail about how the business works and network marketing as a company. It's usually, I'm going to try and make it half an hour, just to kind of respect everybody's time. But it just gives people that little bit more information. And a lot of times in this business, people just need more touches. You know, a lot of people don't join on the first go. They need more information. They need to attend another party. They need to go to another event. They need to watch some stuff. They need to read some stuff. Like, they need more touches. And that's what these events are so great for. So I'm going to schedule one of those. But I also want to schedule an event up in Indooroopilly, since you girls are all there, or sorry, since a big chunk of you girls are up there, that we can have, that you can invite guests to, okay? And as per the training that we did last week with Lindsay, you know, I really want to do this so that I can show you ladies, so you can start doing them on your own as well. And right now it's going to be something that we're going to be doing as a group, so you guys can all invite people to, but then it's going to get to the point where you're all going to keep growing. You know, you're going to be able to do your own, and then you're going to have people on your team doing your own and stuff like that. And this is something that I've been saying I was going to do for a while. And just like I said, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm doing it. Okay. So what I'm going to do once we get off this call, Indooroopilly ladies. So I'm speaking to Glazelle, Rochelle, Sarah, and Karen. I'm going to send you some dates that I'm available and some times that I'm available. And I want you guys to converse amongst yourselves. And I want you to come up with a date and time out of those options that would work for you. Okay. It may not work that everybody can do it, but if we can get 3 out of 4, that'll be good. Okay. Because I know, Glazelle, I know you're going out of town too. So just try to work that out as best as you can. Okay. And then I'm going to leave it up to you ladies to get back to me with a confirmation. Okay. And then once we have that confirmed, I'll go into a little bit more specific trainings, and that'll probably be our call next week about, you know, inviting people and all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to take up too much of your time today. Okay. And in that, we may or may not kind of intertwine the nutrition as well. I just want to get a little feedback from Lindsay on that before I make a definite decision. Okay. But that's something that I really, really want to do. And then and also, old ladies, when you're talking about that, figure out, you know, whose house you would like to host it at. Okay. And then I'm sure once we get that organized, I don't know how far Indooroopilly is for you, Hannah, but I'm sure you'll be more than welcome to join as well. So that'll be really awesome. And then we can talk about, Hannah, we can talk about hosting one out in your area as well to make it a little bit more convenient for some of your network over in Logan and stuff like that. Okay. And then Noelle, obviously, you've got everything back home that you can plug into. You've got Lindsay's Discovers, and you've got the Nation events and all that kind of stuff. But you can still, I'm going to try and make the Zoom Discover. I'm going to try and make it so that it works for Vancouver as well, so that you can invite people too. Okay. So I just want to give you guys all an opportunity. I'm just going to unmute you all. If anybody has any questions or anything they'd like to ask, I would love to know. So I've just unmuted you all. Does anybody have any questions? No? All pretty good? Okay, I just want to ask you all really quickly, and I want us to all hold each other accountable, and I'm just going to call out so that you don't have to worry, but I want to know what all of your goals are for this month, okay? So I want to know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a figure, a QV or anything. I just want to know a goal that you're stretching yourself to achieve this month, okay? So I'm going to start to my right, which is you, Noelle.
I want to book up my calendar with exactly what our system teaches us.
That's awesome. I like that. That's great. Okay, Hannah, you're next.
What am I doing?
What's your goal? Just tell me a goal that you have this month.
Oh, only because I'm starting, I want at least 3 parties booked in under me, like by myself.
So after your lunches, 3 parties after your lunches. Yeah. That's fantastic. That's a great goal. Awesome. Karen, what about you?
Oh, shoot. Oh, I can't even think. So,
I know. Karen goes to bed really early. She wakes up at 3:30 in the morning.
It's like my bedtime now.
Yeah.
Slowly shutting off. Goals. Probably to reach out to my prospect. That's the word, what we use, isn't it? Prospect hostesses or even potential clients.
Yeah.
That list.
Okay. Awesome. That's really good. So the ones that we were talking about. So you had 2 party prospects and a business prospect. So you get reaching out to dating book. That's awesome. Giselle, what about you?
I want to, sorry, I'll just move this a little bit. I want to have a look at the resources because I haven't really explored the Arbonne website. But in terms of productivity, I would like to host two parties and at least get the district.
Yeah, get to district. I like that one.
Yeah. I'll have a guard and let the universe
You won't
surprise
have a
me.
go. You'll do it. Remember, just
I'll
take
do it.
failure out of the equation. You're gonna do it, girl. You're gonna do it. I know that. Rochelle knows that. We all know that. Awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. And last but certainly not least, Miss Rochelle, what's your goal?
Qualify for area.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's my girl. Good. I love it. And well, I guess I'm last but not least. My goal, my big, fat, juicy, hairy goal is to go into qual for region this month. And we are going to do that together. And you ladies are going to be the team that helps us go region. And I'm so excited for that. And I'm so excited for my bends. But I want you all on my freaking heels. Okay? I want to get mine. And then I want it to just be like keys, 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 keys. Okay? I want us to just have Mercedes every way. Okay? So the next time, in 6 months, when we're on this call, we can all just like have a picture of our Mercedes instead of our faces or something, or we can all pick our Mercedes. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But those are all my goals. And Sarah Ham, because I know you're watching this, you're gonna be watching this later. I encourage you to post your goal on our group chat. Okay, so ladies, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on this call today. I'm sorry I went a little bit over half an hour. And I think that we're just going to keep this time going, and we're going to do this every week for our team calls. I think that it works pretty good for everybody. If you have any hesitations, please just message me privately and we'll work something out. But that'll kind of be my plan going forward, okay? And remember, I am here to help you in every way, shape, or form. The ball's always going to be in your court to reach out to me. I'm not your boss, but I'm here to lift you up and encourage you, okay?
Thanks, Danielle. I've got to go now. Sorry. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Bye, Karen.